get mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Define better.
My
Define
Spanish,
better.
well, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know, you said they were doing things
not
better. I
better.
wanted
Not
to know
better.
what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the
I know you
people,
is. That's
for the
what I'm gonna say.
culture.
Not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right. Not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with.
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, Birkin bags, sushi.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're going to get that. If you're going to meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're going to find that out a lot earlier on, that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires.
Yep.
You know, and I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media, again, is the barometer, okay? And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but I mean...
What's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
And it's no shade to women that have
No.
them. I'm just
I was
saying.
wondering, I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me?
It's no shade to everyone that has them. I'm just saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She gonna run them pockets.
No, and I'm not, and I want to get your thoughts.
I'm gonna stop before we play the rest of this video here. The gentleman with the blue shirt on with the denim outfit, that is Gravy, aka Jamal Woolard, who used to be signed to Warner Brothers, I believe. He played Biggie in Notorious. He's now a to-be movie star, if you will, doing a bunch of movies. So he's transitioned completely to that from rapping. And he's not saying anything that a lot of brothers haven't said already. When you date women of other ethnicities, other races other than Black American women, it's like easier. They're more agreeable. They're more cooperative, more submissive. It's not all about what you can do for her, even though the Western or the ways of the Black American woman is very influential and is spreading throughout the world, where women are copying what it is that they're doing, which is crazy. But fellas find it's an easier time. They're shocked a lot of times about that they don't have to go through the BS. They don't have to go through you have to pay to be in a relationship with me, which is in essence what it boils down to, which is unfortunate. And on the dating apps, a lot of women are presenting themselves, you need to have this, you need to do this, and this. Man, listen, dating shouldn't be hard. Dating a woman shouldn't be hard. If a woman makes it difficult for you, man, peace out, bro. Peace out. Let's get back to it, though.
Doc, and as well, Amy, as a woman dating or even considering, I think that a lot of times, you know, we do value women. But when you talk about Black relationships, I think we all come with some baggage, all right? Now, some of us have some baggage that's not gonna fit in the overhead compartment, and some of us have some baggage that you're gonna have to pay a whole lot more for to get on this flight, right? But the reality of it is that's just who we are, and I'm talking about historic. Like if you're talking about being enslaved, where we were and how we engage each other, there's a lot of elements there. But it can be a little difficult because women have expectations in 2021 that they're watching, and they're very material expectations. I agree with you, Claudia, but I'm simply saying that
not all of them are material.
And I'm not trying to generalize.
It's just
women.
Most of the time it's pointing to American women are more material.
And it's America as a society.
Not better.
Let's bring spirit. Let's bring spirit into this.
And I gave you the space to even edit the better part, right? So, and I'm with you on that. But let's say this because you guys both tie in two really important pieces, right? You talk about women who are not African American women, and you talk about the experience and what is the influence here. You mentioned social media, but what you're really missing here is the piece that you talk about, the enslavement part, the culture and the trauma that African American men and women and children have faced in this country is like unlike any other group. And so when we talk about trauma, what we know is that Black people have a lot of unprocessed trauma. We have a lot of hurt. We have a lot of harm, not just back then, but right now on the daily, right? And so one of the things that we talk about as professionals within my profession is we talk about how trauma impacts people. And so we love to say, Resma Minikim, one of my favorite colleagues, he says that trauma decontextualized within a person looks like personality. And that trauma decontextualized within a family looks like family traits. And that trauma decontextualized within a people looks like culture, right? And so
interesting perspective, and that's where you talk about these generational curses and things like that. And we get into that point of slavery, particularly in the United States. But you can say that it has something to do with it, but I don't think that it was like this before Jim Crow and even shortly after Jim Crow. Black families are more cohesive. It wasn't this material. This mindset wasn't in place. This is something that has brought about over time, but I think it's largely due to the lack of men in the household. And I will say that. Of strong fathers, male figures, basically setting the standard of what a man should be. I think that's what it comes down to. Now, we can use that cop out in terms of slavery, breaking it up, trauma. This is what it looks like. This is what this looks like. This is swag. Or the only way that I can really be with a man is through trauma, or I need to experience trauma or emotional distress of some sort. That's what I find attractive. I don't know. That's something completely different. You leave it up to the psychologist and whoever to analyze that and come to a point of what is causing this. But let's get back to it.
So when you talk about how African American women present and what they need as it relates to security and finances and the finer things in life, and to look a certain way and to want a certain thing from their man and to have certain expectations, it's because of the trauma that we are still trying to survive. And when we talk about feeling beautiful and the BBLs and the Birkin bags and the wanting the nice things and wanting their men to come with a certain level of care and a certain level of treatment and expectation, we are trying to connect. We are trying to heal with you. We are trying to build with you. But there's so much hurt and trauma that we all have that we don't talk about, that we don't even understand within ourselves, so that we can't find who we're compatible with. Because who we're compatible with is traumatized versions of ourselves.
Spirit, do you think that women and men, women that seek the materialistic things, items, the tangible things, and men that just seek the women for the aesthetics, do you think those are people that kind of just gave up on love and they're just like going for, all right, well, at least I can see this, I can grab onto this?
No, I think it's science. If you really want to know, we are part of the animal kingdom like anything else. And so what the male species chooses is the thing that's biologically beautiful, because what it suggests from a DNA perspective is you're likely to bear my offspring and they will do well. It's survival of the fittest. And what the female species chooses is the male offspring that can provide the most security, because you're going to be able to protect me and our offspring and raise us, and we will do well.
So we're not gold diggers, it's just science.
It's literally biology. It is literally biology.
We have our own different...
Listen, when you see the brothers out there with the rims and the flash and the money and the gold, They're no different than the male peacock that's showing his whole big pretty feathers. Look at me, look at me. And when you see the women that go, show me what you got, show me what you're working with, it's no different than the frog that ribbits the loudest, or the bird that chirps the loudest.
So what do you call a man that's just been providing, that doesn't ask for nothing? What do you call the guys like me who we don't ask for anything?
Oh, but you do.
How?
You may not ask it with your words, but your expectation is there. So when you say, I need that woman that loves me, I need that woman that has my back, so I don't have to say, hey, is that bacon and eggs there? Hey,
okay,
are those clothes in the drawer?
Not cash-wise. Okay.
So when we talk about compatibility, right, one of the things that I love to say, an acronym that I use is rises, that some relationships rise, some fall. You want one that rises. Rises stands for the different types of intimacy that make us compatible.
Now that there was a very interesting conversation. When we talk about choosing and we get into evolution and genetics and natural selection, select, non-select, what men typically go after is the woman who has childbearing hips, who's shapely, who looks feminine. Because in my case, that's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to a woman that looks like a woman, not looks like a caricature of what a woman is. Huge BBL and all this other stuff and face painting and whatnot. I like a woman that looks feminine, but she has to carry herself like a woman as well. Now, on the flip side of it, I get what she's saying in terms of security, because women, unlike men, because we got the women who say they want a 6-footer and things like that. I get it as far as, you know, procreating and having the best product, if you will, as far as a child goes, and mating and making those decisions as opposed to dating a shorter guy. But when women look at men, they typically look at, is this guy good for me? Is there security in this guy? Basically, which she's absolutely right. And if that means money and all that other stuff, hey, it is what it is. But I still think that when she gets into science, I just think that that's how women are socialized, to go after these guys who have the dope boys and the fast money and the guy who may be rich regardless of love. Because I've asked women countless times how important is looks, and I don't think they're BS. And I just know this from my experience and the fact that you see tons of beautiful women who may be with a man that may not be the most attractive, but he's a good provider. And it happens a lot. A lot of you guys know that. So let me know what you guys think about this video and what he was saying about the difficulties of dating a Black woman. Kevin talked about it a lot. You know, a lot of other content creators talk about it a lot. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.